each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Murray sets to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
All day, just like that.
To throw is Murray. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game? I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the – that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we
coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Switch up, switch up. 57, block 57. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Man open right side. It's the tight end play. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the double. 57 to Mike. You remember me? You remember me?
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Murray with a third and long. And he's got his man on the out route. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 57's the Mike. Go. 57's the Mike. Rock 57. I'm coming.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Murray now, nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
He's staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it. 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Murray now on first down. Screenplay, Johnson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5.
Let's go.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
They'll run it with Johnson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins, throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Washington.
On first down, it's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Down to the 25. It was Isaiah Johnson there to make the stop.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now from Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to they've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray, it's complete on the bubble screen. That's Logan. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's good for the Cardinals. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Check, ready. You see it together. It's together. You see it. You got to go. Next one. Right. Give me your nightmare. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up, turn up.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. If you don't get this, boys, you think you gonna...
A final shot before half from Murray. Being chased out with, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. but it's now 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go to Johnson again. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Murray. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. Murray now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Johnson. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the burst. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch the run, watch the run. 22, jet cover. 22, jet,
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Logan. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on 3rd down. Murray looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Logan. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 79 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st down, Murray. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Johnson. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Squeeze, double.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jonathan Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Check Mike 57. Check back. It's 3.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Coming to you. 43 to Mike.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their pass. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense.
To throw again. Haskins. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line.
And the Redskins 1st down.
So into